And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. Just a little bit away from first pitch, and pitching here today, Shohei Ohtani.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Okay, all set to go at the plate. Jackie Robinson. The pitch. Fastball for a strike. And we are underway. Kicks and fires. And a foul ball. And the right-hander deals. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. That misses the zone. Now 1-2. And there's a ball.
2-2 the count.
And the pitch. And that's outside. Swing, and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Digging in for Oakland, Edgar Martinez. Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Kicks and deals. Up and in. Now 2-0. On the ground to short. Over to Konerko. One out in the top of the first. And time now to check out the A's lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
And now it's going to be Gary Sheffield. Robinson, the runner at second with one away. He's trying for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
Ohtani, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. One away with a runner at third, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Next pitch misses. Now 1-2.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Chases that one out of the zone. 2 down.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
That one ripped, but foul. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. The A's strand 1. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Hilton Smith.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
And now for Seattle, Brian Roberts. Not even close there, and it's 1-0. Smith wheels and deals. And he drops it down the third baseline. Boots it. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Tony Oliva digs in now. That one lifted to left. Gurriel has it sized up. Gurriel puts it away.
Batting third. No left.
Now Scott Service lined up for the Seattle Mariners. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
And the 1-0. Out to short. And it finds its way through for a hit. Lead runner around second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Batting fourth.
Just one of those seen high base hits through the infield. Just kind of rolled over on it a little bit. But sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Here's Mike Trout. Big time power. And that one fouled off. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
This is a batter who clearly performs better in day games. I don't know why, but his numbers generally back it up.
That one missed. Roberts at third. Kiner over at first, so 1 away. Got him swinging.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. This guy with light tower power. And that's ripped for a base hit. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Mariners.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
First and second, 2 outs. Paul Konerko up next for the Mariners. And there's the strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Smith kicks and delivers. And now it's even up. Foul ball there. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early 1-0 lead. And we're back. Second inning set to go. And now, Yainer Diaz. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing. But it's that big arm that really stands out. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Derek Jeter. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball. 1 out, bases empty. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 down. And now Kevin Youkilis. 0-1 low. Youkilis, a former All-Star, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2024. The A's down by a run here at the top of the second. Popped up, under it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Offense held in check there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Mariners 1 and the A's nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. The wind of the pitch. Splits the plate. 0-1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Righty delivers. Just missed. Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all. Straighten him up a little bit.
Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
and a miss struck him out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Kyle Seager, the next to hit. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is downstairs. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. That one misses,
outside.
and the count is 2-2.
It's a good take.
Out to short. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Jackson Holiday.
2 out, space is empty. Jackson Holiday up next for the Mariners. The
Outside,
shortstop
that's the
takes the
ball.
ball. Next offering upstairs. That's
Ball
down
3.
and in. Ryan Roberts
3-0.
up next for the Mariners. That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Smith comes to the plate. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Roberts in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no
0-1,
strikes.
no strikes.
Holiday off of first with 2 away. Pickoff attempt by Smith. Holiday dives back in safely. And it is 2-1. Two outs. There's a swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Two now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The pitch. In the air out towards right center. Hauls it in to end the inning. 1 left for Seattle, but they still lead it 1-0. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And here it comes. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Here comes a pitch. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And that's down and away. Off the mark there. 3-2 now. Righty to the plate. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And he deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the righty deals. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Hilton Smith, the next to hit, takes outside. The pitch. Grounded to third. Could be 2. There's 1. On to Canerco. That's 2.
As a former player, watching 5-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
And stepping in is the speedy Jackie Robinson. Just off the inside edge. Right through there for a strike. The Athletics trailing by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a drive. This one's got a chance. Hits the fence. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Edgar Martinez. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. That's strike 1. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. And that skips in the dirt. Hard ground ball, base knock. Here comes Jackie flying around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. It's 1-1.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's going to be Gary Sheffield. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1.
Martinez off of first with 2 away. Out to center. Trout is there. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even at 1 apiece. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Tony Oliva. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That misses the zone. Ball one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Ripped into left center, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Ralph Kiner.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
First pitch misses. Nobody out, runner at first. Smith checks on the runner, and he dives back in safely. The 1-0 from Smith. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Well, he's just glad that he got hit with an off-speed pitch there instead of a fastball. Man, that would have hurt a lot more if it had velocity.
Here's Trout. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And a pitch. Swung on, belted. That's back. Out of here. He circles the bases, and the Mariners have the lead. It's 4-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Hit hard, that gets through.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And the batter now, Paul Konerko. Upstairs.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And a pitch. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the last half of the third. The pitch. Got him by him for the pay. Next to hit, Freddie Fermin. Struck out swinging his first time. In the air, right field. That one gets down for a hit. Ohtani around second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Now batting, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Here's the third baseman, Kyle Seager. That's in for a strike. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to
count.
produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Got him. That's the second out.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Holiday batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Now the 0-1. That one fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Just missed. That's a base hit as a run scores.
He was all over that one. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Ryan Roberts. 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Ground ball right side. Robinson. They take the force out, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. 3 innings complete. It's the M's 5 and the A's 1. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Nathan Eovaldi.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's the Oakland cleanup hitter, Grady Sizemore. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. The pitch. Off the mark there. And that's ball 1. Eovaldi, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a slider. And that one a little below the knees, and that's ball 2. Called strike right there. That one fouled off. 2-2. Ground ball left side. Gathered in by Seager. Throw to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Catcher, Yainer Diaz.
Yainer Diaz will hit next. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Well, pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
Next one is off the plate, and the count even 1-1. On the ground to third, Seager gets it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
2 outs, base is empty. Next up for the A's, Derek Jeter.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed
0-1
there.
the count.
Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And the A's are gone in order. They're down 5-1. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Matt Cain.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Tony Oliva. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And first offering is fouled off. Popped up. Robinson hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Ralph Kiner up next for the Mariners. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Gurriel going back. Up against the wall and brings it in.
The center fielder, number 27.
Yeah, it's a really nice catch right there near the wall, and you have to use everything available to you. Know when your feet leave the grass and hit the warning track. Also, when you're able to, use the bare hand to feel for exactly how close you are. And right there, perfect use of his instruments.
Trout up to hit for the third time as he lays off inside, ball one. Kicks and fires. And there's a ball. 2 out, space is empty. In the air, left field. And makes the grab. And that's the inning. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Tom Glavine.
Now pitching for the Mariners.
Digging in for Oakland, Kevin Youkilis. Flied out his first time. The line to kick the pitch. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Mason Miller preparing to come on if needed. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Oliva has this one sized up. Makes the grab, one away.
Now that left field.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Glavine, a 6'1" lefty, more than 300 wins in his career, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Fair ball.
Oh, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. That's a tough location with the fastball to handle, but he was all over it. He got that front foot down and showed off some really quick hands to get the barrel to it.
Man at first with one gone. Hilton Smith getting ready to hit. Foul ball. Gurriel at first, one gone. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, double play. And the inning is over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the M's 5 and the A's 1. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Mark Pryor. Shohei Ohtani now at the plate. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boo, light tower power?
That's right. And a pitch. That one misses. 1-0.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
The wind and the pitch. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting,
Paul Konerko up next for the Mariners.
1-0.
This one in the dirt. Ohtani into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
The 1-0. And that's through there for a strike.
1-1.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. There's a strike, 95 of that one. And down on strikes. And 1 out now.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And a foul ball. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there. And it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Now at the plate, Kyle Seager.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Strike 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Man at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
2 strikes.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Mariners leave one. They lead this one, though, 5-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Mason Miller.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
So the Oakland lineup turns over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Jackie Robinson.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
The wind of the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
You know, you hear about a lot of guys who were 2 or 3 sports stars in college. Jackie Robinson, a 4 sports star. He was a Division I standout in baseball, basketball, football, and track.
Swing and a miss. Gets to it onto first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Now the number 2 hitter, Edgar Martinez.
Picked up an RBI in his last at-bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Out to short, Holiday. And Martinez is out.
The right fielder, number 10, Gary Sheffield.
2 outs, base is empty. Gary Sheffield up next for the A's. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And the first offering is not close. Activity in the bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga appears to be getting ready for manager Scott's service. Nelson getting loose as well. 2 down, nobody on, and we're the top half of the 6th. Wouldn't chase that time.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And another ball.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Payoff pitch. And he walked him.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
2 outs, runner at first. Grady Sizemore up next for the A's. First pitch, not close.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Sheffield, the runner at first with 2 gone. Just off the outside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. Miller throws to first. Sheffield back in on a dive. And a good eye there. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
There he goes down looking. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the M's 5 and the A's 1. Back down for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jorge Alcala. And now the shortstop, Jackson Holiday.
The shortstop, Jackson Holiday.
The pitch. And downstairs. that one off the mark, and it's 2-0. And the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
The pitch. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Helpful.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Perfect.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to is just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So the lineup flips over. Brian Roberts, the next to hit. Swings through that. Oakland's bullpen has some movement. Phil Niekro getting ready to go. Ripped on a line. And that's a base hit. Sizemore with a quick throw back in. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And up next for Seattle, Tony Oliva, 1 for 3. And that one's a little bit low, and it's 1-0.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Ralph Kiner up next for the Mariners. Ball 1, no strikes. Swinging a foul straight back. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And the right-hander deals.
Ball.
2 outs and a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. Right-handed reliever. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. In comes the run from third. It's 6-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit, looking to do more of what he did back in the third.
No doubt. That 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. That one missed. Kiner off of first with 2 away. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-1 now. Kicks and deals.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Shohei Ohtani on deck for the M's. Here comes a pitch. In the air, right field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and this is now a 6-1 ball game. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Jonathan Loaisiga.
So now a pinch hitter, Ernie Banks.
Number 14.
And he's a right-handed bat, but he handles same-side matchups pretty well, so should give him a good at-bat right here.
And here it comes. Right through there for a strike. Fouled off left side.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Looks like a pinch hitter for Oakland, Cal Ripken Jr. A runner at first for him, nobody out. He swings and fouls one off. Runner at first with no outs here.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Just off the outside corner. Going to count 1 and 2. On the ground to first, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now the first baseman, Kevin Youkilis. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
2 balls, no strikes.
Two down, nobody on.
That's ball 3.
And that's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now back. The left.
Here's Gurriel.
Gurriel.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Bounced up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. So 2 on with 2 away. Hilton Smith digging in now. And that one fouled off. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Mariners 6 and the A's 1. Staying in the game on defense, Cal Ripken Jr. taking over as the new shortstop now following his pinch hit appearance. On to pitch now for Oakland, Scott Barlow.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now into the ball game on defense, Endy Rodriguez. He takes over behind the plate. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Masataka Yoshida. The pitch. That's outside. 1-0. Righty delivers. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a strike. And another ball. Left-hand hitter waits. Got him looking. 1 out. The Mariners going with a pinch hitter, Jason Giambi. Looking to start something with 1 gone. And first offering is fouled off. Barlow is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. And a pitch. That misses. And 1-1.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. He's so consistent that the manager basically could look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 gone now.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Fermin stands in now and watches strike 1.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Gurriel handles the chance, and the inning is over. Mariners go down quietly there. They lead it, though, 6-1. So remaining in the game defensively, Jason Giambi. He pinch hit last half and now takes over at first. New pitcher for the Mariners, Kyle Nelson.
26, Kyle Nelson.
Pinch hitter coming on, George Springer.
George Springer.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And ball one. Nelson, in his third season, he features a slider, a four-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Sliced hard but foul. Here's a 1-1. On the ground, out to short. Over to Giambi. That takes care of Springer.
Up next for Oakland, the third baseman, Edgar Martinez.
So Marcotte going with a pinch hitter here. Number one. One out, the base is empty for him. Outside. The 1-0. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And another ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth. That one the other way, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for two. And he's got a pinch hit double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Zach Short. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. That one not close. Ball one. And he takes a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one hit to right. Oliva on the move. Calls it in, 2 away.
The center fielder, number 33, Grady Seisman.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Davis Wenzel looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. And a strike in there. And now the lefty. That catches the corner.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Man on second, 2 down.
That's the ball.
Definitely a
1 ball,
swing and
2
miss
strikes
slider
now.
down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Man at second. That's down
ball
and in.
2.
That one is upstairs.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
So now 2 on and 2 outs. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Now Andy Rodriguez. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is that. A's strand a couple. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Staying in the game on defense, number 1. He entered as a pinch hitter, but this might get interesting. Not a position he's used to playing here. Also into the ball game, Zach Short. And man, they're asking a lot of him to play completely out of position. A new arm into the game, the righty, Phil Niekro.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So coming into the game now on defense, Trevor Story. He'll play second. Also entering the game, Yoelqui Cespedes. He'll be patrolling center field. And now for Seattle, Kyle Seager. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a groundout. The pitch. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Up the middle, Story tosses to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Now back, the shortstop, Jackson.
Now into the game, number 15. He's the new third baseman. Also into the ball game, number 13. He takes over in right. Jackson Holiday up next for the Mariners. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Action in the pen down there. Diego Castillo, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Castro warming up as well. One down, base is empty. Late on that fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Called strike 3. The knuckleball buckled his knees.
Man, that thing just barely got the zone, so you almost can't blame the guy for laying off. I mean, with the way knuckleballs dart all over the place, realistically, that could have just as easily missed by 4 or 5 inches. It's such a tough pitch to not overcommit to, so sometimes you just hold up and hope it dances out of the zone.
And it's fouled away. The 0-1. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
That's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one ripped. That's back. It bangs off the wall. Now he launches a throw over his head.
put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
So now a pinch hitter, Eddie Rosario, looking for a 2-out hit to bring home the runner from third. Foul ball there. Yastrzemski on third with 2 out. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. And they add a pair. It's 8-1.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. It's so tough to come in as a pinch hitter and have success. I mean, you really have to keep yourself locked into the game and ready at any time. So it's always impressive to me when someone jumps in there and hits it out. It's a huge lift for your ball club as well.
Pinch hitter coming on, Jace Young. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Righty to the plate. That one fouled off. And he deals. Now a fly ball to right center. Under it. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Last chance coming up for Oakland. Eddie Rosario. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter.
Number 8. Eddie.
Also entering the game, Jace Young. He'll be out in left field.
Number 84, Jace Young.
So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Jose Hernandez.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Now into the ball game on defense, Javier Baez. He'll play second. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Heriberto Hernandez.
And they've got a lot of work to do, but it's going to have to start with him at the plate.
The pitch. Fastball for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And a pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. He's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone. Sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
So coming into the game now on defense, number 51. He'll be out in left field. He's 2 outs away. Kevin Youkilis up next for the A's. Fought off foul. The A's with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Eric Gagne appears to be getting ready for manager Scott's service. O'Hara also throwing. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Kicks and fires. Just
That's in.
missed.
Ball 2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
That's a fair ball down the right field line. The throw in. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Now
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
One down, and it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Line drive, caught, and that is the ball game.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays, great performances all the way around. Just one run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.